Well, going back to high school tonight, I suppose I do need a haircut, so yeah, I'm about to go get a haircut before the premiere. Spider-Man Homecoming in IMAX 3D. Super excited it's finally here. I really like getting my haircut. I like to let it grow out, even though it looks weird, but there are times where it looks really good. Times. It's rare, but it pays off. But if I can get a dopey haircut, that's not gonna look good until it grows out in a few days because I'm going on a trip next week, so we're gonna do that. Go get a haircut, come back, and continue with the journey 2.
You know what's about to happen. Do you really want to punch your way out of this one?
All right, I've run out of patience. On to ruse! Nice job, kid.
Thanks. Well, I could have stuck the landing a little better. It's just a new suit. Wait, it's nothing, Mr. Stark. It's perfect. Thank you.
All right, real quick, guys.
I have an idea.
Me too. Where's yours?
Downstairs. Where's yours?
Did you see his smile? Yes.
Okay. This crazy conflict outside.
Oh, Mr. Parker.
What? What are you doing? Hey, I'm cool.
Come on.
And history was made.
What are you?
You know, I gotta say, this is pretty awesome. And that's my birthday, no less. Oh my god. They got some really cool stuff displayed here, and even these could be pretty cool, but nothing beats this standee for War of the Planet of the Apes. My god. This is beautiful. War of the Planet of the Apes. Awesome. It's the end. I'm gonna make that the thumbnail when I go to this. I'm just so intrigued at why apes are with the humans. I'm also looking forward to this a bunch for sure, especially with John Boyega. Really hope I get a chance to see this. Freaking 70 million.
Yeah, I just don't want to sit up front.
This deserved its own standee for sure. Like, everybody needed this. This honestly looks pretty cool though. Wish Pond. Okay, so ignoring my dopey haircut, it's never one of these vlogs unless I'm in the bathroom. This is a gas station. It's not the actual theater, but I had to get my quick impressions real quick before somebody walked in. Well, what do you know? Somebody walked in, but okay. Like I said, I gotta get my quick impressions real quick. Just oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. This film, oh my god. We're gonna get to more in depth with the actual review, and then I'll jump into spoilers later. And I will warn you before we do. I don't like to just jump in it randomly, or give any like hints of what's gonna happen. So I'm just gonna take it to my house. But just so you know, guys, this film. Just if you need a quick review right now, I'm just gonna say go see it. Go see it right now. Now we're gonna talk about a bunch of stuff in the film. Just if you're a Spider-Man fan, you're going to love this. I think this is the best Spider-Man film ever made. I think it's better than Spider-Man 2, and I liked it more than Captain America Civil War, so you know what that means. It is my favorite superhero film of all time. So we're going to jump into in-depth, full review, and then we'll jump into spoilers later. I'll warn you, so let's go ahead and hit that right now. Here we go. What's going on, guys? It's Nathan. Okay, so I got all my points listed here. Real quick, I wanted to touch on some unfortunate news I just found out. The fact that Stan Lee, who we all know, and I'm sure we all love, his wife, unfortunately, passed away not too long ago. And that's such an awful thing to hear. Like, I came back from this incredible movie. I was having the time of my life, and even seeing Stan Lee's cameo is just like, it's so nice to see. And then you hear that he's going through such an extreme tragedy. It's awful. And he's even stated that his favorite cameo is the one in X-Men Apocalypse because it's with his wife. And I've seen his wife in a couple interviews and a documentary that I saw on Stan Lee. She may even be in the memoir, his graphic novel memoir. It's just, it's very unfortunate, and I send all my love to Stan in this troubling time. I'm so sorry you have to go through this, man. We all support you so much, and we hope you get through this, and that everything goes smoothly. I'm just so sorry. Okay, so we're gonna get back on track to the review. I realized that with my Journey 2 videos, I always put the format I'm seeing it, like really 3D, IMAX 3D, IMAX 2D, and I never actually reviewed that portion. So I'm actually going to fix that right now, officially starting now, and from here on out, I'm going to be judging. So in the title, this is the IMAX 2D experience. I didn't get to see an IMAX 3D. I actually thought I was. I paid for a ticket, and it said IMAX 3D. Looking forward to it, but then I guess something switched up. Maybe the projector was having a problem. They just switched it to 2D, and I don't understand why. It kind of sucks. But it's fine. I really wanted to experience Action Spider-Man swinging around in 3D, because some of the best 3D I've seen is in a Spider-Man film. So, but hey, the IMAX experience is always fantastic, and this was no exception. If you can go see Spider-Man in at least IMAX 2D, I highly recommend you do. It's a lot bigger, louder, and that's great when you're seeing Spider-Man web sling all around. He's great. I don't understand why people would sit back way far back in a theater. It just makes the screen look small, and especially when they do it in IMAX. Granted, the screen's bigger, but you're still going way back, and it's basically the same view. I mean, at least it gives you more room to get a bigger view, but people go all the way back. I don't understand. Why do you do that? Now, maybe if you're just comfortable with that, that's fine. I don't get it. But the way I like to watch a movie, I like to have it originally take up the bulk of my vision, so where I only have to move my eyes, but the whole screen's encapsulating my view. Sorry. But I've since felt, especially in 3D, that's too close. So back up to where it's instead of here, give yourself this much room in your vision, and then have the rest be your screen. where my visual, where my eyes are. I don't. Just sit close, not too close. Like middle and closer. Not the first couple rows, especially in IMAX. That's insane. It's too close. Nobody wants to look up crook neck, especially if you're off to the side, looking at a weird trapezoid. That's how I experienced the Avengers. And granted, I got lost in the Avengers because it was magic. It's my third favorite superhero film now. That's crazy to say. It used to be my second. You heard in my intro. Spider-Man: Homecoming's my favorite. So we're gonna get into a full review. Just you can see in IMAX. I highly recommend you do. Now let's talk the cast. Now, okay, I gotta listen over what I want to talk about. I'm mumbling. Sorry. Tom Holland. He is the greatest Spider-Man we've ever had in live action or animation. Honestly, he is the best Spider-Man we've ever had. Ever. I honestly believe that. You know why? Because I'm an avid Spider-Man fan. I really am. He is my favorite superhero. He is such an inspiration. As a matter of fact, this superhero series I'm working on, Time Blazer, Spider-Man is a huge inspiration to that series. I've been working on this series, been playing out for 5 years. And Spider-Man is definitely one of the things that have helped me craft the story and the character around it. It's just, in Tom's performance, he nails it right out of the park, down to his Queen accent, even though he's British. That's incredible. Like, the fact that he did that. He gave it a Queen's accent, Peter Parker, and my god, his acting in this film was awkward and nerdy, like Peter Parker is, and a bit overconfident at times as Spider-Man, and it's so fantastic to see one of my favorite characters of all time portrayed so perfectly. I don't know what else I can say. He knocked it out of the park like he did in Civil War, but even better. Robert Downey Jr.? Okay, let me just say. Obviously, we know Robert Downey Jr. is amazing as Tony Stark and Iron Man, but the biggest point I want to say is a lot of the marketing and, a joke Photoshop poster, people were like, oh, this is going to be an Iron Man movie. It's Iron Man 4. I am proud to reassure all of you, Robert Downey Jr. does not overpower Tom Holland. He's not even huge of a presence, really. It's still Spider-Man's film. I mean, he's there in the background, and he pops in every once in a while, but really, Happy Hogan, I think, got more screen time than Robert Downey Jr. And that's not a bad thing. I like Happy. I'm just saying, don't worry if you think this is just going to be Iron Man 4 or Iron Man 3.5 and 0.5 Spider-Man. No, this is full-fledged Spider-Man Homecoming with a little sprinkle of Iron Man. So, and, okay, Marissa Tomei, she did great as Aunt May. She was worrisome like Aunt May can be, but she's younger, so she's cooler, and, she even gives Peter some advice about, like, when he's going to Homecoming, like, giving him, like, little tips and stuff here and there, and, like, they're family, but it's friendly, like, they play off each other with humor, and they're casual, like, they're not like you're talking to an uptight parent, no, you're talking with, like, the cool parent, kinda, but she's, like, laid back, but she still worries, but she's a lot more lenient, and seriously, Marissa Tomei is just great, and it's funny, because it's like, Aunt May has always been, like, this elderly woman, like, geez, she's, like, one step in the grave already. Marissa Tomei is a very attractive actress, and that's touched upon more than once in this film, and it's hilarious. Happy, like I said, Jon Favreau returns as Happy Hogan, and he's funny in it. He plays key points here and there, in driving with the story, watching over Peter, and it's great. He does great. It's the Happy Hogan you've seen in the other films. He's not, like, overboard, kind of like how he was in Iron Man 3. I enjoyed him in Iron Man 3, but he did get a little overboard with his humor, just like, hey, you got a badge? And it's like, chill out, Happy, just relax. He's since stepped back, and his humor is more akin to what you see in Iron Man 1 and 2, which is my favorite moment of Happy Hogan, and it's back here, which is great. Now, I gotta talk about Peter's best friend, Ned. You guys know I gotta talk about that. He was fantastic. This whole cast was just wow. Ned is great. He's actually, like, he realizes he's a nerd. I mean, him and Peter both do, but Ned just, like, he's pretty confident. He's like, yeah, this is who I am, it's great. I wear this hat, it gives me confidence, it's nice, and I'm like, you might get made fun of for that, but gives you confidence. I like that a lot. It's just, he is so cool. He truly is Peter Parker's best friend in this, and I love it so much. The character Michelle, played by Zendaya, she was really funny. You know, she kind of had a quirkiness to her, but not like it's like overboard, like, this is my quirk, and I'm all about it. No, it's like, she's casual. Like, she has a quirk, but it's not overboard. It's, everything just hits great. Liz Allen, she was great. She's like Peter's love interest in this film. I mean, you see that by the trailers. Like, Peter's like really falling for this girl, and even like you see in the trailer, like, he takes her to homecoming. It's in the trailer, guys. I know the trailers gave a bit away, but that's not too bad. Liz did really great in this film. She didn't have a lot of humor here and there, but, you know, it's just playing against the character of Peter Parker. It went fantastic. Flash is such a douchebag, which is great, because that's who Flash is. But, oh my god, a lot of times I wanted to punch this kid in the mouth. So bad. I thought I saw a clip somewhere where Peter and Flash fight. It was online. I didn't watch it. I just wanted to save it for the film. But I didn't see it in this film. Maybe it was a promotional thing. I don't know. But just if you're looking for that in the film, it's not there. Okay, we're gonna move on to like the tone of this film. Okay, this is clearly John Hughes' inspiration, right down to a full-on reference of a John Hughes film. Look out for it. You'll know. It's great, man. It just, the feel was great because the high school aesthetic and the awkwardness. Like, they captured high school very well. Like, you're not getting like a watered down version. No, like, people call each other names like in a more vulgar way than you would hear. People flip each other off. Like, just, it's high school. It is. I mean, maybe not full-fledged how it can be really sucky, but it's close. Because I've experienced high school. There's a lot of douchebags. It's majority are douchebags in high school. But, you know, you didn't really, like, go over everybody in the school, so you wouldn't really get it. You just focus on, like, Flash, sucks. Liz, cool. Ned, awesome. Michelle, quirky, but likable. So, like, okay, the humor, okay, I don't think any of the jokes failed at all. Like, I know I seem like I'm praising this film. I am, but it's just, seriously, it works that well, guys. Just, the humor, fantastic. The look of the film, gorgeous, okay? It's phenomenal. Especially with the web slinging and all, which I'm going to get into the VFX in a minute. Just the feel, like I said, it was John Hughes, it's just perfect. It was the tone. Yes. Music. Michael Giacchino. I guess that's how you say his last name. I always said Giacchino, but I've since heard him say it. Okay, I'm lost now saying it like that. Okay. The music was really good. There weren't a lot that stood out for me. I think you'll probably find a lot more better music. Like out of the number of tracks, you'll find a lot more that are likable in Doctor Strange and definitely Star Trek than you will in Spider-Man: Homecoming. But that's not to discount like the music sucks. The music was great, but there are some scores that are phenomenal. I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, but I guess I'll save it toward the end. I actually, if you don't know about it, and it has to do with music, I won't say it. I'll just save it for you to see. But when it happened, it really hit me. So just, if you want to know more of what I thought about that, you have to wait for my spoilers at the end. So if you haven't seen the film yet, go and see it. Hear the rest of this spoiler free. I'm getting off topic. Let's talk about the VFX and the suit. Spidey's suit was great. It was very high tech, and like even Peter's like, man, this is high tech. This is too high tech. I can't handle it. There's a lot. Like right down to like you see in the trailer, like there's an AI system. She was hilarious, by the way. The AI is, you get some good laughs. But yeah, Peter's like, dang, whoa, it's too much. So, you know, he tunes it back. It's not like, if you're worried, he's like, oh god, it's just full on Iron Spider and spandex and just Spider-Man could be OP. He's not. Don't worry. But just the suit looks beautiful. It's one of my favorite suits because it's so Jack Kirby 60s aesthetic, and his eyes are just so good. Like a lot of times he's like whatever he's doing under the mask, like adjusting his eyes. The eyes do like, and a lot. It's great. I love it. A lot of visual effects like the Vulture, Iron Man, everything was top notch. I don't think there was any bad CGI elements in it whatsoever. I really don't. It was really hard for me to find a flaw with this film, honestly, and that's a lot. That's a lot for me to say. But okay, I'm gonna wrap this up because I mumble. I'm sorry. I have 1 point left. I wrote down why as a Spidey fan I loved it, and okay, well, I pretty much said it with Tom Holland. Like it captures the character that you can relate to so much. I'm not talking about the part where like because I've said this before. Like he's so relatable, and he's like, what's relatable about having superpowers and getting bit by a radioactive spider? Like, obviously not that. What's relatable is he's nerdy, he's awkward, he's really an everyman. I mean, I don't have $1 billion. I didn't get experimented on. Sorry, hold on. I didn't get experimented on in World War II. I'm not born a god, but anybody could get bit by a bug. Like seriously, that was a freak accident, and the fact that that thing could have happened to anybody, and it was Peter Parker. That's the thing. It could have happened to anybody. It was Peter, and just everything he goes through, just like the struggles of like having to balance, essentially his job with his real life, and that's really the allegory between being Spider-Man and being Peter Parker. It's beautiful, and there's a lot of things that call back to Spider-Man comics, but they don't bash you over the head with it with Easter eggs and stuff. Like if you get it, you'll see it and be like, that's cool. But to the casual moviegoer, it's not like they're taking a moment for you to like embrace it. No, it's just it plays with the rest of the story. It's great. It has fan service. Everything that's based on something does. But they're not bashing you over the head with it. Like, there's plenty of things. Like, one of my favorite all-time things that happened in a Spider-Man comic. I'm not going to say what it is. I will say in spoilers, like, right now. Not right now. Hold on. Wait. Don't mistake me. Let me just say, right now, this film got Spider-Man so right. And people were saying this is the best that Spider-Man's been since Spider-Man 2. I think this is the best Spider-Man's ever been, period. More so than Spider-Man 2, for sure. And with that being said, guys, Spider-Man Homecoming gets 4 stars. And I stand by that wholeheartedly. And you know what? This is my favorite film of the year. And this is my second most anticipated film of the year after Star Wars The Last Jedi. And this is my favorite film of the year. I thought this was better than Logan, Wonder Woman. I haven't seen Baby Driver, to be fair, but Spider-Man Homecoming, it's my favorite film of the year. It is my favorite superhero film of all time, and it's one of my favorite films of all time. So, that being said, guys, if you enjoyed this review and you're not going to stick around for spoilers, hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already. Come back for spoilers after you go see it, because I highly recommend you do not miss this. And you better stay for both end credit scenes, because you need to. And yeah, with that being said, guys, hope you have a great day. May the Force be with you always. Okay, with that being said, we're going to jump into spoilers. So, I'm going to give you just, quick time, like just 5 seconds to get out right now. Okay, we're at the 18-minute mark, my god. Okay, so, spoilers. Okay, first off, the thing I was talking about, how one of the biggest things from Spidey comics is when he's trapped under one of the most heaviest things, and he can't get out. He doesn't have the power, he doesn't have the strength, he can't get free, but, he's just reflecting in his thoughts, or even in this film, he's actually seeing a reflection where his mask fell in the water, and he sees half his face, and then half of the Spider-Man mask, which is one of the best imagery some of the best imagery I've ever seen in film for me personally, because how big of a Spider-Man fan that I am. It's just so good. I love his costume too, his homemade costume. I really do. I think I'm actually gonna find a way to make that, cosplay it. Because, God, that is a cosplay I could actually pull off on a shoestring budget. But I wrote some points here for spoilers, like some of the favorite jokes and cameos. Like Captain America's, his video. Like, they made a lot of Captain America's videos for... Excuse me, if I pause. Sorry, hold on. A lot of popcorn. Sorry. Okay, like, all the Captain America stuff, it's already hilarious he's in his Avengers suit. But, like, when the coach is like, hey, okay, so that, alright, I guess here for Captain America, I think he's like a war criminal now, but I don't care, I gotta show these. Like, the fact that Captain America points to the coach, and the coach is on the other side, it's funny, that little stuff. The little things. And just, there's multiple things, like, yeah, they're at the fitness test, and then, like, later Peter got detention, and he's like, so you're in detention. Maybe you're trying to be cool? I don't know. Goody Two-Shoes cap on video is hilarious. I'm gonna touch on the second end credit scene. If you've seen it, don't worry, hold on. I just, like, some of the favorite jokes, like, I referenced, they touched upon one of John Hughes' films, and, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. The fact that he's running through a bunch of backyards, because he's in the suburbs. He can't swing, like, even from the trees. They're like, he's gonna get tangled in that. Like, it's not even a clear shot where he's gonna grab onto. Branches can be flimsy. And, like, there's so many times Peter tries to web up, and there's nothing there for him to catch onto. So he, like, face plants at least 3 times in this film, and it's hilarious every time, and a bummer. But just, okay, so yeah, he's running through the backyards, and it's like, somebody's groaning, he's like, smells good! And then they cut to the pool party, where they're playing Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and he's running through everything, and then Spidey swings in, like, great movie, and he hits the water, and it splashes everybody. It was a flip shot that you saw in the trailer, actually. It was flipped. But whatever, it worked. But he kept going. He was going for Vulture. Just the fights were great. Plenty of jokes, like when Peter's going after Vulture for the final time, and Ned's like hacking into everything at the school computers, and the teacher's catching him. It's at the homecoming dance. And she's like, "What are you doing here?" I was like, I was watching porn. Like, yes, that's hilarious. I didn't think they'd do that, but they did. Freaking hilarious. Just Ned is a treasure. He truly is. Okay, the scene where Vulture realized who Peter was. There's a lot of moments that had my jaw dropping. Like, just when that happened, I was like, oh god, no, crap. It's just, okay, when Peter goes to pick up Liz for homecoming and Adrian Toomes answers the door, I literally had my jaw dropped. I was just sitting there in theater like, that was literally my face for at least 15 seconds, because I didn't see it coming, and it's been done, but it's still hilarious and messed up. It throws you off. That sucks. Peter just can't catch a break. He's got that Parker luck, man. Sucks. Something I want to touch on. Okay, first off, I said with the music, there was something that appeared. Somebody made a fan edit with Michael Giacchino's post on Twitter of the music of the original 60s Spidey theme, orchestrated, and it sounds beautiful, but somebody put it with the MCU logo opening, like the current one they use now. They use it in this film, and oh my god, that really got me. It wasn't the fact that just because, like, Spider-Man's back in the MCU, or is in the MCU, because he's already been in Civil War. Like, we've had a year to grasp that, a year and 2 months to be exact. But it really hit me when the Marvel Studios logo is playing, and it is the 60s Spider-Man theme with it, and the fact that they additionally added a shot, like, you know how in the Marvel credits they now show clips from their films, and they have like, oh, there's Iron Man from the first films, Captain America throwing his shield in World War II, there's Black Widow taking out people, Hulk and everybody. They put an extra placement for Spider-Man from Civil War when he stole his shield. Close up of him with him squinting his lenses, and it's in one of the letters, and it flashes on for a couple seconds, and then it goes into the normal Marvel logo, and the 60s theme is still playing. Legitimately, I teared up. I was on the brink of tears. It got me so much. I love that. Like, I've seen it so many times done, the version that's on YouTube. But just the fact that it is playing, I was like, oh my god, they did it! I was like, yes! And it kept going, and I started tearing up, and the fact that they placed a little bit for Spider-Man in the credit, in the logo, that got me more, and it's just like, I started welling up. I was like, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna bawl. This whole theater is gonna yell at me for crying, being loud. But it didn't happen. It was beautiful, man. It's great. I had a theory, because they didn't really touch on it. Just Donald Glover's characters in this film. Spidey goes to interrogate him. It's Peter's suit, Karen, or suit lady. Jennifer Connelly did the voice. I was surprised. I didn't know. Till the credits. So hilarious. Just when he's like there's an instant death mode and the eyes just go like super squinted to red. Oh my god, why is that in there, Tony? Why would you install that? I mean, he's on the training wheels protocol, and the suit will adjust to his size, so he can have it for as many years, but I don't think Tony endorses killing, really. I mean, he's done it. I don't think he'll endorse it for Peter. But when he has that growling voice, which sounds familiar, I can't remember whose voice it is or where I've heard it from. I gotta like look it up. I will. Like, I'll already know by the time you see this, and there's no point commenting on it. You may already. I don't care. Comment below. Let me know. But anyway, the theory. Donald Glover said he's got a nephew who lives around there. I can't help but to think that maybe that's Miles Morales, because his uncle was into some crime, and it's just, it would be a cool way to introduce. I mean, he could have said my nephew Miles, but he didn't, because they didn't go full-fledged, hey, Easter egg, haha. They didn't. They just really left it to interpretation, just like, yeah, Donald Glover, criminal, got a nephew, it's Miles. It's Miles Morales, it is. And that's awesome. So hopefully we actually do get to see Miles Morales down the line in future MCU Spidey films, and just that, please Sony, just renew your deal and put all your if you're gonna do these spin-offs, put them in the MCU, which I'm going to touch on the spin-offs when I get to the first end credit scene. You may understand what I'm already talking about, but real quick, hey, Pepper Potts is back. That was really great to see. You know why? Because we haven't seen Pepper since 2013 in Iron Man 3. It's so nice to see her again, and the fact that her and Tony are back together. And Happy had a ring for them since 2008. I don't know if they really did go to propose in front of the paparazzi as a cover-up, which, my god, I need to talk about that ending. Iron Spider. The Iron Spider suit is a big reveal at the end of this, and it's so cool to see. It's not your traditional red and gold that you see. No, it's Spider-Man's suit with a full-fledged spider across the torso, like the Iron Spider, but it's black. It's his normal color. It's red, white, and blue. Red and blue with white. He's not Captain America. I like to make that distinction with the colors. I'm weird. The point is, it's the Iron Spider suit. Like, you can see the material is metallic, and it's like, oh my god, it's so good! Please break that out in Infinity War. Please, Peter, Tony, give it to him. Wear it. Please, Infinity War. I was really hoping for an Infinity War tease in this film at any of the end credit scenes. They didn't, but, you know, you could chop it up to maybe, hey, that suit could appear in Infinity War. And I really hope it does, guys. This film, so good. But I love the fact that Peter, like, Tony essentially set up for Peter what Tony did in the first Iron Man, revealing his secret identity to the paparazzi. Peter was going to walk out there, or no, he was going to have Peter walk out there and reveal his secret identity. And I love the fact that Peter did not give up his secret identity, because the big thing is, you know, his loved ones would be in danger at that point. And really, the only reason he did it in the Civil War was because he's been Spider-Man for a while now, and just in the times of Civil War, like, nobody was thinking 100% clearly. You do some dumb things, and you know what? He did that in Civil War, and guess what? His family got attacked. I love that Peter's still stuck in this film, he didn't go out and give out a secret identity. Thank God. That was such a relief. I was like, man, Peter, I love you. Tom, you're the best. He walked away, and he's like, hey, this was a test, right? He's like, yeah, totally. No one there. We're good. The paparazzi's there. It's hilarious. Real quick, I'm going to touch on the couple end credit scenes. The first one, where Adrian Toomes meets up with Matt Gargan, which as soon as I heard the name, I was like, I heard Scorpion, yes! And I saw the guy they were talking about, I was like, the dude's got a scorpion on his neck. Ha. Which, they're not like, okay, Shocker's in this film, and they call him Shocker, but at least they made fun of it. Like, man, what is that, like some WrestleMania stuff? No. So at least they're making fun of the fact that the dude was calling himself the Shocker, and he's like, okay, now you're the Shocker, but he's making fun of it. Like the name Ant-Man. Which they made fun of in the marketing, but not overly a lot in the film. Anyway, yeah, they're making fun of it. But they never called Matt Gargan Scorpion. He has a tattoo of a scorpion, but that's just a cool little Easter egg. They don't call him Scorpion. It's Matt Gargan. You know who he is. But anyway, he meets up with Adrian Toomes in prison. Spider-Man saved his life. He's in prison, and he didn't give up Spidey's secret identity. He said, like, if I knew who he was, don't you think he would have been dead? Okay, so I chopped that up to a couple things. Either one, maybe Toomes has a slight respect because he saved his life, or two, Toomes wants Spider-Man for himself, which I think is probably the most likely. But the fact that Matt Gargan goes up to Adrian Toomes and says, I know some people who maybe help us get out of here, and this is Scorpion and Vulture together, two major villains in Spider-Man's Rogue Gallery. I gotta think, are Sony, and maybe with the help of Marvel, hopefully, are they building up a Sinister Six? I mean, it's definitely possible. I hear they're making a Mysterio and Kraven film. Kraven might work. Mysterio does not work on his own. He needs Spider-Man. But I don't want those films to happen anyway. And if they do, I want whatever story treatments you're giving those, I want you to incorporate into a Spider-Man film. Do not make it its own film, Sony. Anyway, but if you guys are going full-fledged with the Sinister Six, don't make that a movie either like you were going to. No Aunt May spinoff. Remember that? But if they still want to go ahead with the Sinister Six, I am all for it. They can do that. I'm perfectly happy if they do. Just don't make it its own film. Incorporate it in a Spider-Man film, but don't do it till like Spider-Man 3 or 4. Okay? Just please. Sony, listen to me. Have reason. Okay, so let me just touch the second end credit scene. If you know what it is, don't tell anyone, because it is the best troll ever. An MCU film trolled us. As a matter of fact, when it came on the white blank background, I was like, well, they're not going to do a Ferris Bueller end credit scene, right? I mean, Deadpool already did that. That wouldn't work. Nah, Captain America walks out, and he's like, teaches about one of the most important lessons. Patience. Which, the theater instantly cracked up because, you wait all through the credits for the end credit scene. And you just go on about patience, and how sometimes the end result can be disappointing. Like this one. How many more of these are there? There's because there's so many videos he's been in. And then it just cuts off. Spider-Man will return. Good on you, Marvel, trolling us. That was hilarious. It really was. But yeah, if you know what it is, make sure don't tell anybody. And if you hearing it here, if this is your first time hearing it, I'm sorry I ruined it for you, but really you ruined it for yourself because you stuck around. Not the point. The point is, if you know, and somebody else doesn't know, don't tell them. As a matter of fact, chalk it up to overhyping it. Like, this is one of the best end credit scenes. You have to wait till the end. Like, don't go even more than that, otherwise you'll sound suspicious. But like, oh my god, what they teased? I don't say nothing. Go see it. Just mess with your friend. Send him in there. Have him like, oh, what's gonna happen? Captain America trolls you. That's hilarious. So, guys, I've talked enough. My throat's hurting a lot. Just, there were so many great things in Spider-Man Homecoming, like a bunch of stuff I haven't even touched on, just because there's so much that happened, and I really hope I get to see this again, because my god, this is one of my favorite films ever, honestly, because of just how good it got my favorite hero. My hero, honestly. And just, I never mentioned this, AMC Stubs members got this awesome Desk Buddy Spider-Man. It's pretty still, but it has the arm kind of rubbery, so be careful not to bend it too much. So you may want to bend it at first, because the arm's kind of too far, like farther than the legs where it sits, so it will keep falling backwards, like it just did right there. If I try to say it here, it falls back. So I'm just have it propped up against something. But if you can find a way to bend the hand a bit, but don't do it too much where it'll like stretch out the rubber or break off, you got to be really careful. If it's not doing it, it's not bending, don't push it. Just leave it. Just trying to help you out. Okay, guys, that was my review of Spider-Man Homecoming. I'm so glad I saw it. I am so happy it turned out fantastic. I hear it's certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. As a matter of fact, maybe I can pull up the Rotten Tomatoes score really quickly. I really hope I can. My computer tends to be really weird about this sort of stuff, so. Okay, I'll see there's dead silence in the editing, so I'll just chop it to my reaction of the Rotten Tomatoes score. Because I've been trying my best to avoid the Rotten Tomatoes scores, or any reviews in particular, to form my own opinion. So, okay, seeing the link, it currently has a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, which, that makes me so happy. I think that's actually 1% higher than Captain America Civil War. 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, certified fresh. Thank you. That's awesome. That's out of 167 reviews. Of course, it's going to fluctuate. It may dip in the high 80s if it gets random backlash, because honestly, that tends to happen. Whatever. Point is, this was awesome. Spider-Man Homecoming is awesome. You know that too. There's nothing left to say. I'm going to cut this off.